Welcome to pattern making class. I'm Annette Julie, and today we are working on pant design details. Here you see a copy of my front and back of the top of my pant. This is a trouser draft. So I've copied them off together. My trouser draft has the legs folded underneath. Please watch my video on how to draft one. Now I have a copy here, and what we're going to learn how to do today is turn these darts into pleats and different types of pleats. So, one of the easiest demos actually that I'll be doing. So here's the front. And I'm going to go ahead and draw a line that is perpendicular and parallel to the center front and my grain lines here. We'll put a grain line right here, right in the middle. Now, these little lines are going to be a notch up here at the top, and we have eliminated the dart, and then between these lines we're going to show which way we're going to fold our pleat. So we can fold that direction with this arrow, or we could fold the opposite direction, or we could fold and make an inverted pleat. So this being our center front, I'm just going to pick this up, crease that down, and I have my first pleat. Up in the seam allowance area, we draw my 1/2 inch up here. I would stitch right here to hold that together. Sometimes you see that they stitch on top of a pleat and then release. It's released below, so we call that a stitch and release. So we have our second dart, and pretty much we can do the same thing. Where the dart legs are, you're just going to draw a notch. Decide what direction they're going to go, and eliminate that dart. Then you can go ahead and crease, fold it over, and we now have our 2 pleats for the front of our pant. You can do the same thing to the back pleats, the back darts. But if you want more fullness in the top of your waist, you can go ahead and take your line and bring that all the way to the bottom of your pant, which is down at the ankle. And then you would slash that pleat, continue all the way to your ankle, put a big long piece of paper underneath this, and we're going to go ahead and tape it down. Tape one side first. And you can add as much fullness as you want in this pleat. You can add 1 inch. You can add 2 inches. Let's just start with 1 inch. So it doesn't make the leg too baggy. And you have a 1/2 inch to start with, and now you've added 1 inch. So your whole pleat's going to be 1.5 inches. Now your pleat goes from here to here. And you still can tell it which direction it's going to go. And we've made that a much deeper pleat in the front. You may do that with your second front pleat. Now let's take a look at the back. You can go ahead and separate these. We have two darts here in the back that we're going to turn into pleats. These are 1 inch each. And in the front, I had 2 that were 1/2 inch each. These we made into what we would call a knife pleat. These 2 big darts here, we're going to make in the back. I'm going to turn these into an inverted box pleat. And I'm going to put this at center back. So here I have 1 inch and 1 inch, like I was mentioning, and I'm going to transfer that here to the center back. There's my 2 inches. I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, now it's over here. There's that space. Let's go ahead and give this a nice curve. Okay, and we're moving this to here and this to here. So there's my 2 inches. And I'm going to give myself another line to fold as well. And I want to fold, make a big notch there, right? And this is all gone. This is just a plain curved line now, no darts in there. This is a first pattern or a draft that we're working on, just like all the patterns we've been working on. So we're going to move these 2 spaces, 2 over here, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to pleat it to the center back. So I'm going to go ahead and fold that line. And then I'm going to fold this to my center back. Okay, so we can see the inverted box pleat. But I copied off the other side of the back too, because I was excited about this pleat, and I thought I would show you what the whole thing looks like. So I'm going to transfer those 2 darts, right? It's the same thing. This is going to go to center back. Let me do the folding and we'll take a look at the whole back. And you don't need to stitch these darts down anywhere else except the waist, so they can release. I'm going to put a piece of tape up here at the top. And a weight. And here's what the center back of my pant could have, is an origami pleat going into the leg. Just ideas. So this is a net weave. Those are some pleat variations. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Au revoir.